Hey weirdos, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am here bringing you some new and exciting stuff from Modelones. They are just launching their City Blossoms collections. Oh my God. Of course, they gave me a couple of options to choose from, and I opted to go with the New York collection as homage to my Long Island roots. So we're going to do a little mani. We're going to do a lot of nail art. It's going to be super fun, super cute, super colorful, perfect for spring. And I'm going to give you a little story time about what my life was like on Long Island. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick around. Let's get to it. As always, if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. I do nail content twice a week, every week. And if you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. It actually really helps out my channel. So I'm using all Modelones products today, including their dip liquids. Everything that I'm using will be linked down in the box for you. You'll have a menagerie of options to choose from. I'll link the other collections for you as well, because I think they had 4 different city sets. Don't remember what they were. There was the New York, I think there was a Vegas, and there were a couple of more. I'll link them all for you down below. Grab whichever one is calling to your heart. So I'm going to start off with just a very basic dip, 2-color dip. The neutral is going to go on my middle and my ring, and that's where the nail art is going to go later. Then I'm going to get this beautiful like teal-ish, muted, dusty teal color on the other 3 fingers. Nothing you guys haven't seen before. This is my very basic 2 coats of color dip application. If you've never dipped your nails before and you're wanting to get into it and you would like a beginner-friendly version of dip powder nails, I'll be sure to leave that up in the cards or down in the box for you guys. And real quick, just a big thank you to Modelones for continuing to support my channel and sponsoring this video. Real quick, I'm going to touch on that for a sec because I know there's a big misconception about sponsored videos. I know that this is a paid video. However, I look at it from the position of Modelones, along with a lot of other companies that sponsor videos for me. They really do support my channel because when they pay me to do these videos, which are genuine and real, I'm not paid to say anything. I am paid to show their product. That's it. My opinions and my reactions to product is 100% genuine and real. But when they do that, they are supporting me, supporting my channel, and they are helping me to keep making content for you guys. So I really appreciate when companies want to sponsor videos for me. Do I take all sponsorships? No, absolutely not. If there's a product I don't believe in or I don't like or I don't think you guys would benefit from, I'm not going to take that sponsorship. Modelones, however, I absolutely adore them. I adore their products. They make some great dip powders, great gels, which you're going to see coming up. So I really appreciate that. Thank you again to Modelones. So I am doing 2 dips. I'm going to speed through my second dip. Then we're going to get into the green. So New York, right? I was born on Long Island. Well, I wasn't born on Long Island. That's a story for another day. But I grew up on Long Island. From the time I was an infant until I was 34, I lived on Long Island. And I'm turning 40 in April. Just for reference, I've been in Florida for about 6 years. So I spent a good majority of my time on Long Island. And I lived in a few different towns, all within the same vicinity. I really didn't stray too far from what I knew. I loved it so much. I lived in Suffolk County, Long Island, for those of you who are familiar with New York. I did spend some time working in Queens. Of course, I went to Manhattan somewhat frequently for events, for hanging out, for whatever reason, mostly for concerts, if I'm being honest. I didn't really go for anything other than that, except maybe the food. If you need good food and you want to travel, New York is probably the place you want to go. Some of the best food I ever had my whole entire life was in New York. Anyways, so that's where I spent a good majority of my time. And I think some of my favorite moments on Long Island involve the East End. If you are familiar with wine country out there, Long Island vineyards are a ton of fun. If you're ever in New York on Long Island, if you're vacationing there or just passing through, I would highly suggest you checking out the vineyards on the east end of Long Island. Always a good time. There's always an event happening. They have live music. I have absolutely been caught wandering around through vineyards, a little bit tipsy, but it's always so much fun. It's such a good time. Another place I used to go all the time in the summertime as a kid, even as an adult, I used to go to Splish Splash, which, if you don't know, is like a gigantic water park. And it was just such a blast. And thinking back now, I don't know if you guys are like this. Maybe it's a me thing, but I feel like after I hit 35, my anxiety is so bad. I think about now those rides, and I think about my kids going on those rides because they go to New York almost every single year to spend time with their family up there. So I know they go to Splish Splash. I know they go on these rides, and I have the worst anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, my kids are going to get hurt. I'm glad I'm not there to watch it because I would be literally dying inside. My anxiety has gotten so bad after 35. Nothing has been the same. I can't even go on like roller coasters anymore. But Splish Splash, when I was a kid, so much fun, especially the lazy river. And I'm so incredibly ecstatic because there is a teeny tiny little water park where I live now in Florida. It's little, very small. Small to the point where they have a kiddie area, like a kiddie lagoon, if you will. They have 2 water slides and a lazy river. And that is so my jam. I could just live on that lazy river. If I could get away with bringing a cocktail into the lazy river, I would never leave. That would be my home. I would just live there. But you guys will have to let me know if that's a me thing. If you are over the age of 30 and you have found yourself with the same crippling anxiety that I have over things I used to love when I was a kid, comment down below and let me know. Someone validate me. And speaking of which, can we talk about like those little pop-up carnivals that happen in the summertime on Long Island? I know they probably happen in other places, but I've only ever lived in New York and now in Florida. I haven't seen them much in Florida. We have the big county fairs that happen once a year, which is pretty much the same thing, just on a larger scale. But in New York, in the summertime, they have so many, they call them firemen's fairs, and it's each fire department in each town has like their own. So it's all summer long, so many carnivals, so many parades, so many fairs, and always the same rides, likely or not set up by the same people. Rides like that pirate ship or the zipper or the gravitron. You remember that thing? And there are some that I will still go on. I'll go on the gravitron all day long. I love that ride so much. I used to go on the zipper constantly. There was one year, I will never forget this. Man, you guys are making me think of all sorts of crazy stuff during this video. I know it's not you, it's me. Anyway, moving on. So there was one summer when I went to a feast, fair, carnival, whatever you want to call it. And it had just stopped raining. There was a bad rainstorm, bad thunderstorm, and nobody was at this carnival, but it was still open because it had just stopped raining and they opened everything up. So there was nobody there. So me and a couple of my friends that went, we got right on the zipper, which was crazy because usually if you go to these things, there's a tremendous line to wait to get on this ride. The zipper was like the thing. So we got right on the zipper. And when we were done with the ride, there was still nobody there. So the guy's like, do you want to go again? And we're like, yeah. We went on this ride 17 times in a row. It was absolutely insane. If I did that at this age, I don't know what type of physical condition I would be on or in getting off of that ride one time, much less 17 times. And when you look at those rides now as an adult, I don't know why, in my mind, I trusted these people and this mechanism to keep me alive. It's just a cage that's held on with bolts. Does anyone really think this is safe? I don't know. Maybe it's a me thing. I gotta stop talking about it because now I'm getting anxiety again, knowing that my kids are going to New York again this year and they're going to be doing this. I need to breathe. If you guys have recollections, or even if you did recently go to these type carnivals and you went on these kind of rides, comment down below. Let me know. Let me know what your favorite ride is of all time or was as a kid, and let me know if you would do it again as an adult. I'm just dying to hear what you guys have to say about that. Anyways, you saw me dip, putting on my activator. I'm going to go ahead and file and buff off camera. I'm going to come back and we're going to do some nail art. Okay, so I am filed, I am buffed, I am shaped, and we are looking smashing, but I think this needs a little nail art. And I was kind of inspired by a lot of the colors in this kit. I needed to do a floral, and this is kind of a recreate. I've been in a recreate mood lately. This is going to be a recreate of a mani I did what feels like 100 years ago. It was like 2.5 years ago-ish, almost 3 years ago. Oh my goodness, 3 years ago. I'll put a picture up here for you guys. But I did this very simple floral, and all it is dots. Nothing crazy. I'm only using one dotting tool for this and gel polish. If you are wondering if you can do this with other things aside from gel, you definitely can. You can use your regular nail polish if you wanted to. You can use acrylic paint if you wanted to. I love using gels. I think they're so easy to work with. You can take it off, put it back on as many times as you want before you cure. You don't have to worry about it drying down on you and then it's stuck on your nail forever. I just think the ease of use is so incredible with gels. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm doing 5 dots in a flower formation. That is all. And I'm going to do this on both nails. I'm not going to show you all of it. You don't need to see both nails because it's going to be essentially the same thing. But I'm going to do maybe 4 flowers, and then we're going to do the centers of the flowers, and then a couple of little leaves, or what look like leaves. They don't look like leaves. They're just supposed to be abstract leaves. I'm so lucky abstract is in right now because my nail art is not good. It's not horrible, but I'm no artist. Let's just be honest. I am not a Picasso. I don't know why I said it like that. You know what I mean. So we're just going to continue on doing my little flowers. I got the pink flower on first. We're going to do a purple, then we're going to do a blue, and then we're going to do a red in the same exact way. I should tell you that I am flash curing between each color for no reason other than I don't want them to move. Once I get one color on the nail, I want it to just stay there. If that's where I want it, that's where I want it to stay. So I'm going to flash cure about 10 seconds for each flower that I do before I move on to the next thing, just to lock it all down in place. And then after all the nail art is done, we're going to cure, well, me, I'm going to cure for a full 30 seconds. So I'm going to let you watch me get the last of the flowers on, and then I'm going to talk you through the little bitty leaves. I know I said I was coming back for the leaves, but I am just putting a little bitty contrasting color in the center of each flower so they look more like flowers. I decided to go with a bright yellow, so I'm going to get this in the center of every single flower, and then we're going to do leaves. And it's so simple. You're going to see they don't look like leaves. Again, it's supposed to be very artistic and abstract, so it's nothing more than, if you've seen a video that I did, I think I did a few of these, where it's like a drip or a drop or like dripping. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of using that same technique, just a condensed or shorter version of it. Super simple. And you don't need a dotting tool to do any of this. You can use a bobby pin, you can use a toothpick, you can probably use a Q-tip even if you wanted to. And you can make them as large or as small depending on the size and shape of your nail. My nails are on the shorter side, so I'm kind of keeping this teeny tiny and compact. But if you have longer nails, go all out. Full floral, I support it. Okay, so with the green, I'm going to put the dotting tool down a little bit away from the flower and drag it out. Just like that. That's it. I'm going to tap and drag, and as you drag, that line gets thinner and thinner, so it's going to kind of fade from the blob of the dot into a thinner line, which kind of gives the illusion of a leaf, if you will. I see it, kind of, sort of, maybe. I don't know. I liked it. You guys will have to let me know what you think. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Then I'm going to cure for a full, not 60, I'm going to cure for a full 30 seconds. Put on my Model 1's No Wipe Gel Top Coat. I'm going to cure that for a full minute, and I'll come back with the finished look. So here's the finished look. Everything's cured, everything's glossy and gorgeous, and I love this mani with my whole entire heart. This is one that I wish I could keep on for at least a couple of weeks. Sadly, I cannot, otherwise I couldn't film anymore, but this seriously had my heart. Everything I used, the dips and the gels, are just from those Model 1 kits. That's it. Love them. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed my rant. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. Love you. Bye.